Hi everyone, and welcome back to Tropical Gloss. Now back in spring, my black bamboo Phyllostachys Nigra started flowering. If it's left to its own devices, this means certain death for the plant. So I spent 6 months cutting down every flowering culm as soon as they appeared. And so far, I've had 2 months without any flowers. So did it work? So this phenomenon is called gregarious flowering, and it's a pretty rare event. It happens around about every 40 to 120 years depending on the plant. And what it basically means is it's going to cause death to the whole generation across the world of black bamboo until new seeds are produced. It's basically monocarpic death for the plants. So how did I notice this? Well, in spring, Phyllostachys nigra always looks pretty rough after the winter, but it looked exceptionally rough. It wasn't producing leaves like it should do in spring, and there weren't many new culms coming up. I started to notice these little white hairs appearing at where the new leaves are generated, and they gradually evolved into these grass-like flowers, eventually causing enough weight to drag down the culms. So I did a bit of research and I went on a fantastic group called Bamboo UK, well worth visiting. It's on Facebook, and I got some great advice there that this may work. So what I started to do was cut down every flowering culm off the plant. Every time a new one appeared with flowers on, I cut that down too. Did this for about 8 months, and so far I've had 2 months of no flowers. So then in summer, so we're talking from June onwards, it kind of slowed down on the flowering and it looked like I got away with it. However, a few months in, I noticed these little flowers, and I caught them really early this time. Little flowers starting to appear, so culms once again cut down to the ground. This caused the plant to not have a very dramatic impact at all, because all of the tall culms pretty much disappeared. All that I left on was some new growth which didn't have flowers on. This quickly got swallowed up throughout the seasons, and the plant pretty much disappeared into the foliage. I did keep an eye on it. Any new plants or any new culms that popped up with flowers, they immediately got cut down to the ground again. And then once I noticed, as we were starting to head towards late summer, then into autumn, that the production of these flowers really started to stop. And all I was left with was these very small culms with no flowers on at all, but it looked like healthy growth. As you can see, this is the space that the plant takes up at the moment, and you can see where all the growth is coming from. It's just from the outer edge of this rhizome. So my plan is to dig up the rhizome. There's 2 reasons for this. Firstly, I don't know if this is actually going to work, but it's worth a try, because as I said, I had 3 options. First option, just let it do what it wanted to do. Second option, I could buy a replacement, but what's the point in buying a replacement if the next black bamboo are going to die is from the same generation and it's going to die? And then the third option is to take drastic measures to try and halt the spread of the flowers and eventually provoke new healthy growth. So I'm going to dig up the plant. I'm going to pot it up. I'm going to trim down the rhizome to where the healthy growth is coming out. The reason I'm doing this is because it's taken up valuable real estate now. I've got loads of plants, as you guys know, that I need to put into place, and at the moment this little bamboo isn't really creating the impact that it should do. So let's have a look at digging it up. So, armed with my trusty pickaxe, first of all I'm going to get this ricinus out because that's doing nothing. Let's get that out now. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with then. That was pretty easy. So I'm going to get this out and we'll have a good look at what I'm left with. So if you'd like to know how this develops into next spring, hit that subscribe button. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything apart from a bit of energy pressing the button, and you get all of my content and regular updates of when I post a new video. So the saga continues. I really hope it's not over for this plant, but I'm also pretty realistic and not that hopeful. But if I can save it, then hopefully it'll give you guys some kind of optimistic look as to what's going to happen to your plant and what you can do to actually save your prize Phyllostachys nigra black bamboo. See you on the next video.